This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. And we know to mute and unmute, use that button. I'm calling, it's now 7:01, and I'm calling the meeting of the Brooks Free Library Board of Trustees to order, January 6, 2021. Jenny, can you read the Attorney General's open meeting announcement?
Sure. Pursuant to Governor Baker's March 12, 2020 order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 18, and the Governor's March 15, 2020 order imposing strict limitation on the number of people that may gather in one place, this meeting of the Brooks Free Library Board of Trustees is being conducted via remote participation. No in-person attendance by members of the public will be permitted, but every effort has been made to ensure the public can adequately access the proceedings as provided for in the order. Members of the public who would like to join the meeting live may do so using the link or the phone number provided in the agenda. This meeting is being recorded and will be shown on Channel 18 and available on the town website and on Channel 18's YouTube site.
Okay. Then I'm Joanne Brown, and the chair of the Board of Trustees, and I'll be running tonight's meeting. Let's start with a roll call of the trustees who are present, the other trustees who are present. Linda Sabula.
Present.
Present. Bill Kroll is not present at this point. Joan McCarty.
Present.
Kathleen Remillard.
Present.
Bernadette Waystack.
Present.
And Jeannie Wheeler will not be joining us tonight. She has a medical problem. Also attending is Library Director Ginny Hewitt. Emily Milan will not be joining us. Is the liaison from the Board of Selectmen, Stephen Ford, present? I take that as a no, and I see that Bill Kroll is joining us, so we can count him as present too when he shows up. First order of business is, hello, Bill. Say aye. You're here.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you.
Sorry, I had a GoToMeeting app deficiency. It would have been on time, but.
Well, you're here. Just a minute or two late. The minutes of the December 2nd, 2020 were included in your packet. Does anyone want to make any corrections? I don't see any. May I have a motion to approve them? Joan McCarty has raised her hand.
A second.
Second, Bernadette Waystack. We'll do a roll call vote. Linda Sabula.
Accept.
William Kroll.
Accept.
Accept. Joan McCarty made the motion. Kathleen Remillard.
Accept.
Accept. Bernadette Waystack.
Accept.
And I, Joanne Brown, vote to accept the minutes as written. Before we go any further, in light of what's going on in the news, we thought we'd try to keep the meeting as brief as possible. So we'll make the necessary motions and do the necessary discussion, but we're gonna make this brief. Do we have anyone online who's joined us online or called in that would like to make a comment? Please identify yourself for the record and then make your comments. Anyone?
I don't
No.
see anyone.
I don't see anyone. Okay. Then going on, reports. Ginny presented our annual report to the Board of Selectmen on December 21st. I gave a brief synopsis of her report. There were a few comments from board members and questions. They were all very supportive and positive. And thanks to all of you for attending the meeting virtually and once again showing your support. The library director's report was included in your packet. Does anyone have any questions or comments to Ginny? I see a number of heads shaking no. Ginny, do you have anything you want to add? Nope, you need to.
Just wanted to say that.
Nope, you mute. It's muted immediately.
Oh, I muted and unmuted myself? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted to say that we're very sad that Emily Carter is leaving, our staff librarian. She's been our technology coordinator for 4.5 years, and it's a great opportunity for her to move out of state personally and professionally. It's something she's been wanting to do. So we're sad to leave her and to have her leave, and I know that the community will really miss her too, because she's made a lot of connections here. She's been a great asset. So the rest of my report is covered under other agenda items, so I won't go into that now.
Okay. Jennifer Pickett the reference librarian had an article in the Chronicle on December 3rd. It was a very nice article. Some of the information is a little out of date now, but does anyone want to comment on that?
I just thought they gave it kind of an odd title. We have a column every 3 weeks, but I just thought it was good information about, when you're selecting technology for somebody, because often that's when we get people who need our help, and right now we can't provide that in person. Usually people, often at Christmas, people like to give their relatives their device because they're getting a new one, and that's not the best. Usually the apps don't work, and the things that people want to do, it's frustrating. And if you want people to adopt technology, that's not what you want to do.
Okay, like I said, Jeannie Wheeler isn't here, but she wanted me to say thank you for pitching in with staff appreciation, especially Kathleen for those great hot chocolate bombs from Stage Stop Candy. Joanne with the poinsettia plants for Ginny and Emily, and helping me unpack and place all the gift bags on the table on the second floor. It was definitely a different form of staff appreciation this year, but I think the staff appreciated the uniqueness of the hot chocolate bombs in the mugs, as well as the snowman ornaments. She ordered a couple hot chocolate bombs for John and herself, and they really enjoyed them. Okay.
If we were in person, I could.
Yes, would you? You're mute again.
It's every time I log in to go to meeting, it's sometimes different layout, and the mic keeps getting covered by some other bubble coming up. So sorry about that.
Did you want to say something about the thank you note?
Oh, if we were in person, I could show you this in person. Staff really appreciated it. It was very nice. Very welcome.
I'll send a copy to everybody. It really was, it's very nice.
Who do we send our money to?
Oh, Jeannie sent you an email.
Okay, I'll wait for that.
No, she sent it to you a couple weeks ago. I'll forward it to you again.
Okay, sorry about that.
A deadbeat.
I know, typical.
Steve Ford he's still not here, so I guess he won't have anything to say. I don't think we had any correspondence other than that lovely letter from Emily resigning. And I saw Ann Carpenter the other day, and she said, by the way, we're not going to allow her to leave. I think that's pretty much the feeling from the rest of the staff.
One of our staff people said, I have to remember that I really enjoyed working here before Emily, and I'm sure I will after. She was really upset that she was leaving. I thought that was cute.
I can't believe it's been almost 5 years. It just doesn't seem possible. Okay, Ginny, I think you want to finish updating on library operations. Do you want to comment any more about that?
Yep, I had, whoops. Hang on.
It was part of your report.
Yep, I know, I'm just opening it, sorry. There we go. Yeah, just the basics for people that are watching. We suspended inside browsing and returned to curbside only service beginning December 17th. And we implemented the cohort system for staff that we discussed at your last meeting at the same time. So just one thing I wanted to highlight, we have a couple new options for people to get materials, to get new materials in the hands of patrons and to give them a little more choice. And the first is the book bundles, which is 4 or 5 books in the same genre or on a particular theme. And there's a cart of book bundles outside during our curbside hours. So no appointment is needed. Patrons just can come and browse and see what's available. They fill out a little card for the bundle they select and they drop that in an envelope so that we can check the items out to them. And that way it gives them a little chance to browse some things and find some new items they picked out themselves. And the second is that we now have a cart of items outside from the Friends book sale, and there's a little box for donations attached to the cart. So that's about it. I guess I would just say we've looked at a lot of options on how to do things more efficiently. Curbside is very labor intensive and it's been an adjustment. We also thought that, we planned to have a week's notice and it didn't work out when all the other libraries closed immediately, and we would have been the only library open. So we kind of had to reinvent our operation twice, because we were planning to do some things and then we had to stop and immediately change. And so we're still catching up on things that we had to do. We had moved a lot of collections so that downstairs, say, and now we're still moving them back upstairs. So it's easier to find things are all in where they should be. But anyway, we've looked at a lot of options at how other libraries are doing things, and just given our staffing and our size and our layout of our building and the volume of activity, we haven't found any other good way that we could do this or make it less labor intensive. So that's all, not a complaint. It's just that I want you to know if we, sometimes there are reasons we can't add other services or be open additional hours for curbside pickup. It's very hands-on, and I find that my 2 days in the building right now is all circulation, and so which means about 40% of my time I'm not spending on my normal duties. Mm-hmm. I think that some of that is adjustment to the change, and over the holidays, with a shorter week, so more compressed volume on the days that I've been in. So anyway, that should get better, but we just don't have the depth of staffing, mm-hmm. which is why we were really, hoping to not have a lag between Emily Carter and her successor. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that's all. Just thought I would mention that. There doesn't seem to be a better way to do it. It's a lot of phone contact, and mm-hmm. we've looked at options to automate that, and the services are really designed for, much bigger library systems. Nothing that would be simple for our patrons to use and understand, and therefore, if we're spending all our time explaining it, it's not going to save us time either. So just wanted you to know just the reality of running a fulfillment center. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
Well, I can't imagine what it must be like dealing with that, especially.
I was here today, which is not my normal day. It was so nice to sit at my desk. Oh my God, I enjoyed it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Pardon? Joan's talking, but we can't hear her.
Just did that. I said it was very quiet today. It was really nice walking around when it was so quiet.
Okay, let's move on to new business. And the main reason we decided not to cancel tonight was because this way we can approve the budget proposal. I assume that all of you had a chance to look over it. Do you have any questions for Ginny? No, we've been looking at this quite a bit. Right, then, can I have a motion to approve this, the budget? Linda and Joan is seconding it. We'll do a roll call. Linda,
Approve.
William Kroll,
Approve.
Joan McCarty,
Approve.
Kathleen Remillard,
Approve.
Bernadette Waystack,
Approve.
and I, Joanne Brown, vote to approve this. So the vote was unanimous. Do we need to do an update on the town review of the fiscal year 2020 budget? We've got.
I'm not muted. I
Oh,
was looking for the button and I'm not muted. I haven't heard whether the town administrator and finance director will have their usual meeting with department heads, or if they're just, it may only be if they have questions, so maybe certain departments and not others. But I did notice at the selectmen's meeting on Monday, in their packet was a revised budget warrant timeline, and it has the budget meeting, a joint budget meeting for the selectmen and finance committee for February 27th, which we were previously told that wouldn't be happening, but it looks like it is now. So.
Okay, and I am.
They didn't discuss, I'm sorry, they didn't discuss it, so perhaps it is the finance committee that wants to have it and the selectmen, I don't know. I will let you know though if that's a date, if that's still a date.
Okay, update on the recruitment for the staff librarian position.
So in good news, I think it was over the holidays, our job posting just didn't get posted. So it is in the process of being posted now, and it should open Friday, and it has to be open for 7 business days. So it will close Tuesday the 19th. So we will have a little bit of lag, but we expect to have some internal candidates. So that's good. Which is kind of why I was concerned to get it processed sooner, because if we hire an internal person, that means we still have a vacancy. So it's just a longer time, and the cohorts are kind of thinly staffed, and like I said, we don't have the depth. So, but whatever, it's posted now, and the good thing is it looks like we do have some good internal candidates, so we shouldn't have to spend time recruiting far and wide.
So my assumption is that Emily helped to bring others up to speed on what she was doing.
Somewhat, but there hasn't been the overlap that we hoped they would have. There's been some, and Emily is around in the area, to help with questions, but
She will be sorely missed.
Emily Carter is on the same cohort with Emily Mylan, so they've been able to have in-person discussions and review of different procedures and things. But that technology coordinator is a critical position when we're in normal times, and even more important now.
Yes.
So,
Joan, did you have something you wanted to say? No. Okay. We have some monetary donations. Apparently I didn't print it up. We had $50 from Linda Jordan.
No, 500.
Oh,
500 from Linda Jordan Sweeney and family in memory of Dennis E. Jordan, and that is an annual gift. For as long as I can remember, they've been giving us those funds. And then another $100 from Cheryl Murphy.
And is this, okay, can I have a motion to accept these donations? Linda and Joan is raising her hand off camera. So I'd like to do a roll call vote. Linda Sabula, she made the motion. She supports
Accept.
this. William Kroll,
Aye.
Joan McCarty,
Aye.
Okay, Kathleen Remillard,
Aye.
Bernadette Waystack,
Aye.
and I, Joanne Brown, vote to accept this. The vote was unanimous. Okay, we're almost through here. And we're up to trustee reports and requests for next meeting's agenda. Would any of you like to bring up a topic or something that they'd like to see at next meeting's agenda? I hate to do this, but I'm going to take a roll call. Bernadette?
No.
Okay. Bill Kroll?
No.
Joan McCarty?
No.
Kathleen Remillard?
No.
Linda Sabula?
No.
I don't have anything at the moment. Something will come up later, I'm sure. So our next meeting is February 3rd at 7 o'clock. And the meeting after that will be March 3rd at 7 o'clock. So all this being covered, I'd like to have a motion to adjourn. Joan? I don't
I'd
see
like to make a motion to adjourn.
And Bernadette seconds it. Okay, roll call. Linda Sabula,
Accept.
William Kroll,
Aye.
Joan McCarty,
Aye.
Kathleen Remillard, Bernadette Waystack,
Accept.
and I agree too that the meeting should be adjourned, and that was unanimous. The meeting is adjourned at 7:23, and so we can all get back to our television sets.
Oh, I'd much rather be here, Joanne, because what's on the television at this
Thank
point
God.
is just awful.
Awful, awful, awful.
We'll get back to our praying instead then, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. And
So
I
I'm
was
taking
thinking-
requests if you would like any books on mindfulness or dealing with stress and anxiety. Just let me know. We've got a whole collection right here.
I found myself very aggressive watching those movies or those news clips. I was
today,
very angry and very aggressive. I scared myself.
I think
Well,
that's what a good book does for you. It gives you a way to escape and takes you away from things. And I'm
Yes.
gonna go find some mindless chick lit to read
What's
tonight.
that expression? Books take you places when you can't go
Even
anywhere.
when you can't go anywhere.
I don't know
Yeah.
about the rest of you, but I'm heading for the bottle of bourbon.
It's
I
New
hope
Year's,
to
Linda. I
approve.
tried
I
to turn
think-
over and sleep there.
I'm going for dinner.
Come on over.
During the meeting. Good night, all.
Good
Good
night.
night, all.
Stay safe.
Good night, all.
Well.